Time for the Bell Breakdown, everyone. Film critic Josh Bell is here to talk movies. Can't have the Bell Breakdown without the bell.
Gotta have the bell. Very important.
We have two big movies coming out this week, and I mean, they're kind of, it stars some good people like Jason Statham. I'm excited about The Meg. It's a shark attack movie.
Yes,
I saw the trailer, and I was hoping you're not going to rain on my parade because it kind of looks entertaining.
It is kind of entertaining, yes.
Okay.
That's exactly, I think that's a good way to put it. And I love shark movies, even terrible shark movies. I've seen a ton of them. And as far as those movies go, this is a lot better than some of these really awful straight-to-video shark movies that they just get churned out.
Right.
It's no Jaws, but it's still kind of fun. The Meg is short for the Megalodon, which is a prehistoric giant shark. It's actually a real thing that existed millions of years ago, but of course in the movie, one is still around, and these explorers or scientists under the ocean, they accidentally unleash the Meg, and it wants to eat them, of course, because that's what sharks in shark movies do. And so they got to call in Jason Statham, who's this expert dive rescuer, so that he can save them all from the shark. He's the only one who's ever seen one before, of course, and so no one but Jason Statham can do it. It takes a while for this movie to get going.
Sounds like you're making fun of it, Josh.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
It's a little silly.
Yeah.
But it's once it gets kind of into the plot, and they bring everyone together, and there's kind of a slow submarine rescue bit at the beginning. Once the shark shows up and it's chomping down on people, it is pretty entertaining, and there's some suspenseful moments and some campy-ish moments where it knows how ridiculous it is and it's having fun with that. I think it goes on a little too long, and there's maybe 5 endings or so where the shark is maybe dead. Oh wait, it's not.
Right.
But I think if you, like me, enjoy ridiculous shark movies, you'll find something to enjoy about this movie.
It's entertaining. Is it good to see it on the big screen?
I mean, it's always good to see giant sharks on the big screen.
True.
And I think they are showing this movie in IMAX in some theaters. So yeah, if you like giant sharks and you think this movie looks cool, then why not see it on the biggest screen that you can?
Good to know, Josh.
Yes.
All right, this next movie is a horror movie based on an urban legend. It's Slender Man, and you and I were talking about this was a little bit controversial, right? Yeah,
well, Slender Man is kind of an online urban legend that's developed over the last several years, and a few years ago there were actually 2 young girls who got kind of caught up with this and attacked a friend of theirs based on the idea that they were going to serve Slender Man. And so this is a real tragic case. The movie, however, has nothing to do with that. It just takes this character that's been known online and turns it into kind of a generic The Ring-esque movie where it's just kind of a ghost guy and he haunts people and it's not very interesting.
Right.
But I think some people were a little offended that they could make this glib, dumb horror movie based on a character that had an impact on a real case.
Sure.
So, I mean, people associated with those families, of course, it's understandable that they're not going to go see this movie. I don't really think anyone else should see this movie either. Not necessarily just because of that, just because it's a terrible movie.
Oh, is it?
It's really not effective at capturing Slender Man. I mean, if you look online, there's hundreds of stories and photos and videos and things that just people on the internet have made over the last several years that are a lot creepier and a lot more engaging than this super generic teen horror movie that just plugs this guy in to a position that could be occupied by any boogeyman of any kind and doesn't give you anything distinctive, which is the reason that they made a movie in the first place, because this was something that really captured people's imaginations online, and yet in the movie there's nothing that tells you why it's unique.
Okay, and you're usually a fan of horror movies, so I know you're interested in them anyway.
I'm interested in them when they're good, and even when they're bad sometimes, but this movie is just dull. I think there isn't even a lot of kind of so bad it's good value to this movie. It just kind of puts you to sleep.
Really good to know. Thank you, Josh.
Yes.
All right, that's the Bell Breakdown, everyone, for your Friday. Josh will be back next Friday with 2 more movies.
See you then.
Have a good one.